In Module 3, we're going to go over the lead capture marketing strategy, where you're going to discover how to build huge lists of eager and ready to buy leads. So in this module, you're going to discover how to have leads and prospects clamoring to give you their contact information so you can sell them your product and services. You're going to find out the real secret to destroying the income roller coaster that most business owners face. You're going to find out how to easily build a list of prospects who are searching for the exact product and service you offer. And then I'm going to give you one powerful strategy to increase your ROI, your return on investment, for any advertising or promotional marketing piece. And then I'm going to give you the top 4 ways to get your lead capture bait in front of leads who want what you're selling. See, the truth is, every prospect that sees your advertising message will not be ready, able, or willing to buy your product or service immediately. That much should be obvious to any business owner. So here's what you must do. You must build a list of interested prospects who are in the market for your product or services and market and follow up with them until they buy from you. That's the goal. Build a list of interested prospects who are in the market for your product or services and market and follow up with them until they buy from you. So why should you build a list? Because you can generate profits at any time by offering your list a special offer. You can get off the sales revenue roller coaster and control the sales flow in your business. Your business will no longer be held hostage by the high cost of traditional marketing strategies. That's why it's so important that you build a list of interested prospects. So here's the master plan. The most important thing you can do after converting leads to sales is to get the non-buyers' contact information so you can put them on your marketing campaign list. Once you have their contact information, you can follow up with them for the rest of their lives in dozens of various and very profitable ways. So once again, the most important thing you can do in your business after converting leads to sales, so after you've closed the sales, obviously that's the most important thing to keep the lifeblood and keep the profits flowing in your business. The next thing, that's the next important step, is to get all of the contact information for the leads who didn't buy right now at this point in time and follow up with them until they become buyers. See, the reality is most business owners spend thousands of dollars trying to get people who can buy right now, but for every one buyer or every one person that can buy right now, there are thousands who don't buy right now but are in the early stages of making a decision. So you want your marketing message, your advertising message to reach the buyers, of course, absolutely. But you also want to focus time, energy, marketing dollars, and resources to following up with the people who couldn't buy today, but maybe buying tomorrow or the day after or the week after or the month after, etc. See, building a list of prospects that you can market your products or services to on demand is your insurance policy against the revenue roller coaster that most business owners have to endure. The reason why most business owners are so stressed out and are just having ulcers and just having a real tough time in it with the stress level is because they don't have predictability and consistent income coming into their business. Well, building a list of people who are interested allows you to do that and allows you to consistently market. You can run a promotion on any given day of the week to generate sales. So if Tuesdays is your slow day, or Wednesday afternoons, or Thursday mornings, or Friday at lunch, whatever your times where you want to kind of drive business and make it be a productive time, you can do that by creating a list and sending out promotional pieces and marketing pieces to your list at certain times. See, don't be an average business owner. Okay, here's what average business owners do. They spend thousands of dollars on advertising with newspaper, radio, television, or direct mail. And then they wish and hope that the ad is good enough to generate enough buyers to cover the cost of the ad itself and to make a little profit. And when the prospects call or walk in or inquire about a product or service, they're helped, but their contact information for the non-buyers is not captured. So you can really control the cost of what you're doing in your ads by capturing that information. For example, if you pay $10,000 for a newspaper campaign over the course of a month and you get 10 buyers, in essence, each buyer costs you $1,000. And if you don't capture any contact information from the people that didn't buy, that's it. That's all you get is that 1,000. is all you get is the 10,000 that you've gotten, and hopefully, maybe some other people come in, but they don't. So let's just say you got 10,000. But if you capture the contact information of those non-buyers, then you can begin to take those 10 buyers initially, and you begin to add to it, because maybe on day 3, 2 more people come in to buy. Day 4, 4 people come in to buy. Day 5, 7 more people, and so on and so forth. See, successful business owners know that the money is in the list. They know that the long-term and sustainable profits is in having a list of eager prospects to market to. You don't want to start over every day. So if a prospect walks in, calls in to your business, or emails, or even visits your website, then you must get their contact information. See, because if you allow prospects to walk, call in, email, visit your website without getting their information, you wasted your money on advertising, and those leads are likely gone forever. So, how do you build a list of prospects who are willing to give you their contact information to follow up with them later? By offering something that is so appealing and so relevant to the prospect that they desperately want you to stay in contact with them. We've all had it happen. We've gone somewhere, there was some great deal of something that perfectly matched what we were looking for, the color we wanted, the style we wanted, etc., and it was out of stock, or it was on back order, or they didn't have it at that location, and we happily would give the business, in that case, our information to call us, to follow up with us, to let us know. That's the experience you want your prospects to have when they're not ready to buy today. And we do that with something of value. So in order to get that prospect to do it willingly, you have to offer them something of value. This is known as a lead capture bait or an opt-in offer. Okay, once again, it's something of value that the prospect would easily give up the information for. Okay, but the key to coming up with this great opt-in offer or sign-up offer or lead capture bait is knowing the pain, the fears, the desires, and wants of your target market. See, a good opt-in offer can generate hundreds of quality leads every day. And that's your goal. Your goal is to definitely drive buyers to your business on a consistent basis. But your goal is also to build a list of eager prospects who you then know you can market to and get great opportunities from later on. So here's how to create your irresistible opt-in offer for your target market. Step 1, you have to know your target market. The first step in creating your opt-in offer or your lead capture bait is to know exactly what's happening in the minds, lives, and hearts of your target marketplace. You must find out what resonates with your target market, what's important to them, what message really connects with them. Your target market may desire an educational or entertaining video, PDF, audio, podcast, coupon, discount club, special promotion. So you have to do some research to know what your target market wants. You gather this information from asking or surveying past customers or prospects. So it's not something you're going to pull out of your hat. It's something that you're going to get from your customers or your prospects, and you're going to ask them very directly what they want. You're going to ask questions to dig deep into what your target market wants, their frustration, their fears, their desires, and wants. You're going to know things like, what are the top 5 fears about your product or service of your target audience? That's what you need to know. What are they afraid of? Is your product or service too complicated? Is there going to be problems? Do they have to do ongoing maintenance? Are they afraid of the cost of it? Are they afraid of using it? You have to know these things. You need to know what are the top 5 frustrations about your product or service of your target audience. So do they need the product or service, but they're irritated because it takes 3 weeks to get, usually to get someone out there? Or is your industry known for being dishonest? Or is your industry known for having a bunch of guys who, you have to work with them, but they're just going to be unprofessional? You have to know what the top 5 frustrations about your target market, about your product or service to your target market. What are the top 5 desires about your product or service of your target audience? So what do they hope to accomplish? Is it to look younger? Is it to look better? Is it their car to drive better? Is it to have brighter teeth? I mean, you have to know, depending on the industry, what are the top 5 desires that customers want when they use your product or service? And then you have to find out how would they like to be communicated with about your product or service. So sometimes people like newsletters in the mail. Sometimes they like postcards. Sometimes they want to have an email or text message or a phone call when things are available. But at the end of the day, the whole point of this is to know your target market. Okay? After you learn your target market, the next thing is to choose a content creation method. So you have to find out what they want and how they want it to be delivered to them. So you choose the medium for delivering your content to your target market. All right? So it could be video if they want to be updated about products, if they want to be able to look at the product or service or do a demo. Sometimes this is really important when it comes to like service providers so that people know what to expect. They have a video that walks them through what they're going to do when they get there. It could be an ebook. Some people like short little ebooks. This is really big, and when there's a multi-layer, kind of a complicated sales process like a mortgage. Well, people like to have information about mortgages before they go and make the biggest decision of their life. Some industries use white papers, so they could be a case study or a white paper or things like that, or an article that they've researched, or it can be audio. Some people learn best by audio, so you have to know your marketplace, or email, things like that. So, or mail, even regular mail, and then phone. So these are all the different ways that you can choose to communicate your message once you get your lead capture, your opt-in date. You have to decide. So the first step is to know your target market. The next step is, once you know your target market, is to decide how your target market wants their content to be delivered to them. Step 3, select your content topic. The quickest and easiest way to decide on your opt-in offer content is to choose one of the frustration, fears, or desires of your marketplace and present a solution to it through information or a promotional offer. So once again, the quickest and easiest way to decide on your opt-in offer content is to choose one of the frustrations, fears, or desires of your marketplace and present a solution to it through information or a promotional offer. Okay? If you're creating information content, don't make it too broad. Just pick one very specific problem and give it your best solution. Okay? And present your best solution to that. So for example, if you were in the mortgage industry and you focused on reverse mortgages, then you want to talk about all the issues that people have, the misconceptions that some folks have about reverse mortgages, whether they can actually, whether they actually still own their home, or can they take, how much equity can they take out, all the things about that. Well, you can answer most of those questions in the form of information content, but pick one specific problem and give it your best solution. If you're putting together a discount offer, also make it for a specific product or service that addresses your target market's frustration, fears, or desires. So, for example, if you're a service provider, it would most likely be information. But if you're a retail provider or you provide a tangible product, most times a lot of businesses choose to go with a discount offer for a very specific product. But however, in all cases, try to make sure that that offer addresses a target, a specific frustration, fear, or desire. Don't make it like generally. Don't make it general. Make it very specific so you can guide your prospect down a path to making a sales decision or a purchasing decision for that specific product. If you make it too broad, then you won't really have a path to walk them down. So for example, it's a big difference from saying, hey, get 10% off of anything in the store, from saying, today only, we're offering 10% off of sofa beds only. So then you know how to put together your marketing campaign. So everything leading up into that day of the promotion is about sofa beds, how they open, types of mattresses, color options, fabric options, delivery availability, etc. So it makes it much easier when you choose a specific issue, a specific problem, or a specific fear or desire for your marketplace. So for example, once again, if you're doing a service provider, here's some examples. The major things you could write, major things homeowners should know about adjustable rate mortgages, what a person needs to know in order to learn Spanish and speak it like everyone in a Latin country, how a person can back up the information on their hard drive without paying a tech guy, how to save money on your heating bill, how to save 10% when you buy 2 shirts, okay, or receive a 50% discount on accessories. So once again, these are examples of things that you can do to offer non-buyers an incentive to give you their contact information. Step 4, write headlines and a title. So next, you want to create a persuasive and attention-getting title that addresses the needs of your target audience. Now, you can come up with the title and the overall theme of the ad, and then have the designers or your marketing team produce the content and do the graphics and all that. But you definitely need to come up with a headline and a title that addresses it. So you want to create a title for your opt-in offer that you can also use on your website, ad, flyer, letters, etc. You want your marketing message to be to match up no matter how the prospect or potential customer is coming into your business. Gather this information from asking or surveying past customers or prospects. So once again, as you begin, it always happens. If you've never surveyed or consistently asked your past customers or prospects for information about your business, about how they were helped, what they liked, what they didn't like, etc., you're going to be in for a surprise. Your customers are intelligent people. They will tell you, they will give you the best ideas for how to increase sales, or the best ideas for things that are important to other customers. In most cases, your headline or title will determine the success or failure of your lead capture efforts. So once again, if you're an insurance broker, if you're doing homeowners insurance, you want to design lead capture things that have to do with addressing the major issues that happen to homeowners. So if, for example, if you're in an area that has a lot of flooding, you could use that in your advertising for lead capture. So if a person comes in to get insurance, or they're calling, or they're start shopping around, you could have an ebook or a video or a newsletter or something that teaches homeowners about all the reasons, all the bad things that can happen to you, why they need your insurance from from you for the homeowners. Okay. However, you must also spend conscious and deliberate time putting yourself into the position, mindset, and perspective of your target market. So even sometimes when you're gathering information and you're putting all these things together, sometimes the way that you look at it can determine your success. For example, you may just want to educate. So let's stick with the insurance broker example. As an insurance broker, you may feel tempted to just teach them about insurance, but homeowners and regular people don't really care about insurance. What they really care about is that if something happens to their house, it's going to be paid for. They're going to have an opportunity to be made whole. Those are the things you should focus on. Just trying to teach them about the ins and outs of insurance and premiums and all that stuff, they don't really care about that. They care that their families are going to be taken care of. If they're going to be put up in a hotel, if they have to be out of the house for an extended amount of time, how quickly does the insurance company pay out claims? Those are the things that customers ask, that regular people ask before they make a decision on things like that. Okay, here's some headline and title examples. What everybody ought to know about adjustable rate mortgages. Speak Spanish like a diplomat. Now you can own a cool Mac and still run Windows. Here's a quick way to back up your hard drive. Here's a method that's helping homeowners save hundreds on insurance. Who else wants more fun and less stressful on vacation? Get rid of that carpet stain once and for all. Little known ways to save on your heating bill. The secret of protecting your assets on litigation. These are all headline examples that speak to a specific target audience that connects with the marketplace based on what the business owner is trying to attract. Okay, and then the next step 5 would be creating your content. So just so you know, the numbered topics tend to create better structured content. For example, 5 tips to lose weight in 30 days, 10 ways to grow your grass greener, etc. Things like that are just easier. And when creating video, audio, PDFs, focus on keeping it short, crisp, and get right to the point. All right, video and audio can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 90 minutes. PDF white papers or articles can be as short as 5 pages or as long as 20 to 50 pages long. The longer your information content is, the less likely the prospect is to actually read it or watch it. And then step 6, delivery method of opt-in offer. Online access granted after a prospect provides information. Okay, that's the easiest one. But it can be used for delivery of video, ebooks, white paper, all these different ways you can deliver that information if you're doing it online. Okay, if you're doing it in person, after the person gives your employee their contact information, you want to mail out the content or offer after the prospect signs up. So once again, you've learned your target market, you've looked at their goals, and you've begun the process of figuring out, I know what they want. Now, how can I afford to give it to them? Whether it's a coupon, a video, an ebook, a white paper, etc. And then you're going to go on and begin to create the content or the offer. So in many cases, it may be sign up today, give us your name and email address, and you'll sign up for a special newsletter. Or give us your name and email address, and we'll send you out a free coupon, or we'll send you out a card on your birthday with a balloon and a discount card, or we'll give you a free piece of cake. Whatever your opt-in offer is, decide on how you're going to deliver it, okay? And so these are all the ways in which you can have people begin to, even if they're not buying, they still want to give you their contact information so that you can follow up with them later. So once you have some good ideas for your opt-in offer and you've mapped it out, you want to review it. And here's the important thing about your opt-in offer. It needs to answer these 4 questions. Here's what we have for you. If a prospect doesn't understand the benefits of the opt-in offer, they won't sign up. So you need to answer the question of, here's what we have for you. What do we have for you? You need to know that. So you need to be able to say to them, if you give us your name and email address or your address, we're going to send you this free book. If you give us your name and email address, we're going to give you this discount card. If you give us your name and email address or your contact information, we're going to send you out this special discount offer. The next thing you need to talk about and cover what it costs. Okay, so if it's going to be a discount, make sure the percentage of the discount is clearly spelled out. If it's going to be free, make sure you put free on it. If it's going to cost shipping and handling, make sure whatever it is, if there's an annual charge, biannual charge, monthly charge, whatever the cost of your opt-in offer is, make sure you present that. The next question you want to do, or the next statement you want to address is, here's what's in it for you. So once again, it must have a list of benefits the prospect will receive once they sign up. So once again, leave your name and email address, your name and mailing address, and you're going to get this ebook or this book or this discount card or this coupon that's going to give you 10% off every day for the rest of your life. Or you're going to buy 5 sandwiches and get the 6th free. Or you're going to buy 2 shirts and get the 3rd for free. Whatever it is, you have to answer the question of what's in it for the prospect. And then lastly, you have to address, here's why you should trust us. Listen, we live in a very skeptical world. So give your prospects reasons for why they should give you their contact information. So you want to say, you can trust us with your information. We're not going to spam the heck out of you. We're not going to sell it to telemarketers. We're not going to do any of that weird stuff. We're going to actually contact you to give you a discount card once a week or once a month. We're going to give you a special offer because you're important to us and you're special to us. So you want to make sure after you've gotten done mapping out some ideas for your opt-in offer of things that you can give non-buyers, that your opt-in offer answer these 4 questions or address these 4 statements. Here's what we have for you. Here's what it costs. Here's what's in it for you, and here's why you should trust us. Once you have your lead capture bait, your opt-in offer, then you need to decide on how you get your offer in front of prospects to collect their information. So once you've mapped it out, you've gotten the lead offer, you've put it together, whether it's a short video or a short little ebook or PDF or a couple of pages, 5 to 10 pages talking about what they need to do, or it's even a newsletter, whatever it is, then you need to decide how you can market your opt-in offer to get a bunch of people who either they're buying today, but even if they're not, how can you get your offer in front of prospects to collect their information? So here are the top 4 ways to easily get your opt-in offer in front of prospects. Lead capture method number 1. Give away free, valuable, informative reports in exchange for a prospect's name, address, email address, or phone number. That's real simple. Industries that cater to the elderly do a great job of collecting contact information in exchange for sending a prospect an informative booklet with a sales message at the end. An example of this would be reverse mortgages and the power scooter television commercials. Many businesses that sell a complex product or service use this lead capture method. So once again, giving away in your place of business or on your website or somewhere free, valuable, informative reports in exchange for a prospect's name, address, and email address, or phone. Okay? A sample of the informative report can be printed out with a special booth set up in your place of business with a sign-up sheet for people who want to receive it. Okay? So you can have that. You can even put a sign-up form on your website that automatically emails a prospect the report when they enter their contact information. So you could do something as simple as having a small table set up on the inside of your business with a little tabletop podium that says, hey, sign up here, and give us your name and mailing address, and we'll send you out a special coupon, a special discount, a special promotional offer. Or you can put a sign-up form on your website that automatically emails a prospect the report or something, or access to a video when they enter their contact information. Here are some examples. This is an example of a landing page report here. You can see there, get this free report, 5 things you know before you buy a gas or a petrol scooter. So that's an informative report. Below that, you can see a booth that's set up. So there's a sign-up sheet there. There's someone who's standing at that desk or waiting. Or you can go to the center there and you're going to see attention homeowners. That's a good promotion about how they can get a special free report. Okay, and then you can see to the far right, win a free podium, win a free something there, a free day at a gym is what it was. But there's a podium, little stand there. They can sign up, they can tear off, put their name and email address and their contact information. These are all great ideas to capture leads and to capture people who are non-buyers or who are early in the process. Lead capture method number 2. Create a phone script that your staff must use that offers a call-in prospect the chance to sign up to be part of a special shoppers club. If possible, use a specially trained person to answer all of your incoming questions/inquiry calls. Okay? So you can put a special voicemail even on your phone system that will automatically allow them to leave their contact information to receive further information from your company. Companies who use infomercials and radio advertisements usually do a great job of this. So once again, instead of having a generic, someone answering your phone generically, how may I help you? You could have someone create a special script that's more of an introduction, but also gives you an example of what gives them a teaser kind of what you can offer. So for example, an employee could say, "Hi, thank you for calling ABC Widgets. Are you a member of our 20% off discount club?" The caller says no. They can say something like, "Okay, would you like to get 20% off when you purchase from us? It only takes about 10 seconds to get it set up." Something that simple can trigger people who are ready to buy to say yes. Now, if a person says if they're already a member, the 20% off discount club, then you can just offer them the discount. But if they're not, that's a way of getting the sign up. Now, you may not give them 20% off their first purchase. You may, give them, 20% off their third purchase, or et cetera, something like that. But the point is to have a script, a systematic way to capture the contact information for people who are not buying today, but who will be buying in the future. Okay? So a voicemail script example could be something like, "Hi, thank you for calling ABC Widgets. If you are a member of our 20% off discount club and you need to leave a message, press 1. If you are not a member of our 20% discount club and want to find out how to save 20% on every purchase, then press 2. You'll have a chance to sign up and then leave a message. Also, be sure to visit our website at www.abcwidgets.com. So these are examples of ways you can turn your regular resources, your regular phone, your regular voicemail, your regular processes into lead generation processes. Okay? Lead capture method number 3. You can even create a special club or program that a prospect can pay to sign up for to receive special promotions or discounts. For example, Sam's Clubs, BJ's, and Costco are built on having a special club for prospects who then are converted into customers. So you sign up for these buyers clubs before you buy. So they're essentially paying, the customers are essentially paying to be advertised and marketed to. It's a very clever thing, very powerful strategy. Most business owners never get to this point because they don't see their services or products as valuable to their marketplace. So they can never envision someone, listen, Sam's Clubs, BJ's, or Costco, anything you can get there, you can get somewhere else without having to pay for the privilege to buy it from them. Now they have different quantities, and maybe at certain quantities there's a price break given, but the point is still the same, that customers are paying for the privilege to be marketed to and advertised to. Okay, here's a couple of examples. There are places that have Facebook clubs. There are stores that do all of these wonderful things when you sign up and you receive a discount and you're paying for a privilege to get an opportunity for them to market to you. Lead capture method number 4. You can insert a sign-up form on your website that gives prospects information or a sample of what they get when they finally do buy. An example of this would be real estate websites and dating websites. All right? When you visit a real estate website, you can sign up to receive information about properties that match your search criteria. All right? Dating websites almost always allow a prospect to set up a free account with limited access that allows the prospect to sample the service before buying. So if you could figure out a creative way to give your your prospects a chance to test drive your services. And if you know you're good and you know you can close them, then this is a phenomenal way in which you can do it to allow them to get hooked on your product and hooked on your services. And then that way you know that there's a high likelihood that they'll continue using your service, or or want to go forward, and sign up for your services, at least to give it a try. Okay, for example, that's when you see the online forms like sign up for a free newsletter or discover, things like this where you have to, sign up to get this free information. And then at that point, they give you a sample of what they can do for you by giving you some free resources. Okay, and then the next step is track your leads. So once you begin to generate these leads, you've come up with an opt-in offer, you found a way to get it, whether it's a desk or it's a table or it's a podium or it's on your website, etc. The next step is to begin to track these leads once you've created them, once you've got them. So after you created your lead capture bait or opt-in offer, set up your delivery method and begin to collect prospects' contact information. Here's your next step. Track your leads. Track where they came from. Track how many turn into sales. Track the cost per source. You want to track the cost per lead because you need to know what's working so you can do more of it or improve on it. So for example, if you ran a promotion and you've gotten 100 leads from a newspaper ad, so you got 10 buyers, but then you got also 70, 80 people who gave you their information, went to a website and signed up because they want to know they're not ready now, but when they're ready, they want to know they can gain access to a great program or a great product or a great service or a great discount. Then you want to know, wait a minute, that newspaper ad ran on this day and it was very effective. And so you want to duplicate that. So you want to maybe try other days, but you definitely want to continue doing what you were doing that works. The only way to know what works, the only way to know what you should continue to invest in is to track where your leads are coming from and track everything about that lead. Okay? Here's some resources to set up opt-in forms and deliver your offer. So you can do it online through companies like Aweber, GetResponse.com. These are all full website companies that allow you to create opt-in forms. Or you can create landing pages. Okay? So by the way, while it's important to capture the contact information of every person who contacts your business, it's also important to create a list of past customers who have bought from you. Okay, so you want to get things like their name, their address, all the details about the product or service they bought. You want to know the product or service purchased, the quantity. You want to know the purchase amount. All these things are important. So while we're on the subject of leads and generating leads and tracking, you also want to be tracking your past customers as well. You're going to learn things that by collecting your customer information, you'll begin to see patterns. Things like what products or services they're looking for that you don't have, how they're hearing about your business, the type of person who actually buys from your business, not the person who you think buys, but the type of person who actually buys from your business. You'll learn things like zip codes that prospects come from. You can begin to use this data and this information in any number of various and very profitable ways, but you'll never be able to know it if you don't collect it and you don't have it. And then the next level in your lead capture is by getting this demographic information, all this great information from your past customers and your prospects, you'll be able to laser target your marketing and advertising to find your ideal client. You'll know their age, you'll know their race, you'll know their marital status, you'll know their income, you'll know their hobbies, you'll know exactly everything about them. Okay? So building a list of prospects and buyers allows you to easily run promotions, sales, and marketing campaigns without spending a ton of money. Your list is your business insurance against the revenue roller coaster. You should include a lead capture method in all of your marketing, whether it's a letter where they have to cut out a coupon, or whether it's online, you have an opt-in form, or if it's a postcard where they have to bring it in to get a discount, or go to a website and sign up to be advised of all the things in the future. You should include a lead capture method in all of your marketing and advertising campaigns. Collect all information about your customers or clients and prospects. So don't just focus on prospects or just focus on buyers. Focus on both. Build a list of buyers and build a list of prospects. And then use the information you collect to make decisions about inventory, marketing, business direction, your overall focus. There's nothing better than using your research to hit another home run. Okay? So these are the things. So capturing leads is very important. It allows you to get off the revenue roller coaster, but it's more important that you use the information you collect to make decisions about every facet of your business.